Up next on Softball 360, a front row seat for the first qualifier on the Miken Freak Tour, as one lucky slugger gets a chance to hit in the bigs. The great Jenny Finch knows plenty about Gold. Her softball career started out at the ASA Gold. We'll preview and review some of the best summer tourneys in the nation. Many consider Team Easton the gold standard on the Stadium Power Tour. From Brett the Hitman Helmer to Wegman and Kirby, we'll explore why Easton leads the ranks of the world's greatest home run hitters. Those stories and a preview of the world's biggest softball tournament. Large and in charge, we've struck gold. Softball 360, presented by the ASA, starts right now.
Excited to bring you the news, features, and the how-to.
All right, it's time to get it on.
Greetings, everyone. I'm Carly Applin, and welcome to Softball 360, presented by the ASA. This is the best place for softball news, information, and fun. Up first, we launched the Miken Freak Tour, a bag, a bat, and the chance for softballers to see if they have what it takes.
TGIF. Thank goodness it's Freak Tour time. Stop one on the 2015 Freak Tour was a trifecta of fun. The debut of new bats, a chance for local softballers to earn a spot on the ASA Stadium Power Tour, and the entire weekend was a charity event to benefit the Wounded Warriors.
We're at ASA Stadium in Wilmington, Delaware on a beautiful Friday night, and we're here for a home run derby in order to raise money for our Wounded Warrior Hero veterans.
Round one on the Miken Freak Tour was organized by this man, David Miller. Big Dave spent a decade slugging for several MLB teams and lives for the long ball.
Well, I've got the power. It's just whether I can out-hit the other guys that are in the contest. You know, it is what it is. Whatever happens, happens. You know, I look at what I'm doing today is for a good cause.
Fans gather early at Frawley Park. It's the minor league home of the Wilmington Blue Rocks and a major gem of a ballpark. But Frawley Park cannot contain Miken's Kevin Flip Philby. The hefty lefty demonstrates big-time power. That evil softball is bound for downtown Philly with the power of a punch from Rocky Balboa.
We've got about 500 real young players out here taking some swings. It's pretty impressive, just hitting the ball completely out of sight. So a lot of bombs, a lot of bombs.
Saturday morning, the action moved down the road to Del Castle Park, one of the great softball facilities on the East Coast. An opening ceremony for the Wounded Warriors helped put it all in perspective. On this day, 30 teams have gathered for some ASA action that knows no bounds. Miken's big man, Denny Grand Slam Crine, made the softball scene complete. DC showcased a new bat and his classic Crine swing.
Last year was the first year of Miken's two-piece DC 41. You know, a lot of people didn't think that we could make it better, and I think we outdid ourselves this year.
On deck is Mario Foster. This mountain of a Miken man showed why he's a softball ambassador.
The one thing I love about softball is no one person can affect a positive result on their own as it relates to the ultimate outcome. It takes everyone.
Big hits, you bet. But this tourney has always been about friends, family, and fans of the game.
It's nice to be able to travel and meet new people. This community is huge, so it's nice to meet all these nice people and see all the great talent out here.
In the end, it was Miller time in round one of the Freak Tour. David Miller from Philadelphia and Miken's For the Fallen was the winner. David blasted 10 homers, earning the right to hit on the ASA Stadium Power Tour June 9th at PNC Park, home of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Let the freak show begin.
For more on the Freak Tour, go to our website at softball360.com and send us your story ideas. Now, our feature reporter Venus Taylor knows that practice makes perfect. And with her tailor-made tips, Miss Venus definitely walks the talk.
I think in life, everybody's got to pick their passion. You want to pick your passion because if it's something that you love, you're going to do great at it. Once you pick that passion, you need to have a dream and you need to set high goals for yourself. I think once you come up with a dream, there are steps to get to that dream, and you have to stay consistent in the process, and that's one of the tough things about it is, we can all have dreams and we all have the will to want to win, but you have to have the will to want to prepare and do the steps when it gets hard. And if you have that discipline and you can stay consistent with it, it's going to take you somewhere in life, and that's how you're going to reach your dream.
Now, if you have a story idea or want to give a shout out to the crew, we are always here at softball360.com, and check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Back in a flash.
Still ahead, walk the same path the great Jenny Finch started on. Is the ASA Gold softball's version of the Yellow Brick Road. Easton's Scott Kirby knows his sluggers, from Strawberry to McGuire, even Mr. October. What are the challenges of hosting the world's largest softball tourney? Find out as our ASA Spotlight game travels to Bismarck, North Dakota, and the legendary McQuaid's. Softball 360 is brought to you by ASA USA Softball, the national governing body of softball in the U.S. By Easton Sports, there is a difference. The difference is Easton. By Miken Sports, elite equipment for the elite player. Miken Sports. By DeMarini. Upgrade your game with the DeMarini Stadium CL22 and Flipper Aftermath. And by OfficialGear.com, the one-stop shop for umpires and officials.
Let me ask you a question. Who inspires you?
Jessica Moore.
Michelle Smith inspires me.
Greatness begins with a dream. Legends inspire dreams. Join the USA Softball Legacy Club and help us keep the dream alive.
Having the title World's Largest in the title really grabs your attention. And that's where we're headed next, the world's largest softball tourney, simply called McQuaid's.
Welcome to the wonderful world of McQuaid's, a softball tourney like no other. It's the world's largest gathering of softball teams anywhere.
It's really the Woodstock of softball in this country. We've been well over 400 teams since 1990 every year. People would rather come to this than the state tournament in a lot of ways.
It's just gotten so big now that you have to play McQuaid's. You have to.
For close to 4 decades, softballers have been making the trek to North Dakota. Big crowds are the logical follow-up as thousands flock to Bismarck, making McQuaid's a softball happening.
It is really hard to describe this experience until you come and actually experience it. And once people come here, they fall in love with it. You know, we have a lot of teams here that plan their summer vacation around the McQuaid tournament. And we're so grateful that they choose our weekend to be part of their summer vacation and their plans.
McQuaid's is well organized with fantastic fields and facilities that attract great competition. But it gets better. All this effort is done for charity. The tournament is run by volunteers and all proceeds go right back to the local community.
They're not playing for money, they're here for a good cause, they're here for a good time, and they're here for the camaraderie, but we're bringing more money to the local charities, and that is truly what this tournament is all about.
Giving back to local charities and some softball? Not a bad combo. For the folks who volunteer at McQuaid's to stage this, there's no greater reward.
So all the umpires that you see here this weekend are donating their game fees. They go right to all the McQuaid charity. It's just a great event.
This year at McQuaid's, a new twist. Round 3 of the Miken Freak Tour. A good old-fashioned home run derby. The winner earns the right to hit at Target Field, home of the mighty Minnesota Twins. Sign up now at bpathletics.com.
Part of the fun and games at McQuaid's is a home run derby on Friday night. A new twist this year, a qualifier for the Miken Freak Tour. The question is, do you have what it takes?
Do you have what it takes to hit it in the big leagues? Get on board the Miken Freak Tour. 8 qualifiers across the nation provide a chance for greatness. Purchase the Freak Stadium package and earn the opportunity to slug it out against legendary long-haul bombers Denny Crine or Kevin Philby at a major league ballpark.
Do you have what it takes?
Log on to bpathletics.com for details and find out if you have what it takes.
Now there are 2 ways to get on the Miken Freak Tour. The complete package is still only $3.99 and includes the Freak Bat, Roller Bat Bag, and Replica Jersey. Or simply order just the Freak Bat for $2.99 and you can still qualify for a chance to hit at MLB Parks. Plus win $5 grand in Miken cash. The only place you can get the Freak package is at bpathletics.com.
It's no secret that at an ASA tourney you're going to witness solid play, outstanding athletes, and great character. But at an ASA Gold event, that's all part of what's known as the gold standard.
For some lucky softballers, earning a gold medal starts at the ASA Gold Tournaments, one of the highest levels of competition. Softball icon Jenny Finch knows her golden career has deep roots in the ASA Gold. To be the best, to challenge and to be challenged, that's the goal of the teams that take the field. Last season, we followed a few teams at the ASA Gold 16 at Broken Arrow, Oklahoma.
We just have a great time out here. All the coaches are wonderful, our staffs, and everybody's great, and I just love it.
This team traveled all the way from Baltimore, Maryland. The Lady O's came to test and be tested.
Good experience for the kids, good stuff under the wing, good stuff on their resume when they go to college.
World-class athletes need world-class facilities, and that's exactly what's on hand at Arrowhead Park. Great fields and games around the clock. These are the softball superstars of tomorrow, and the logical follow-up, college coaches on hand, scouting for potential scholarships.
Well, I think if you understand your own coaching philosophy, you'll recruit according to power, you'll recruit it according to speed, and then also the confidence that an athlete will exude while on the ball field, and it's their knowledge of the game.
At the ASA Gold, these ladies are learning athletic skills, but also life lessons. That may be the most important part of the softball experience.
Take a look at some of the ASA Gold events and make plans for your team to go for the gold. Now, if you have a softball story idea or want us to profile a player, email me or hit us up on Facebook and Twitter. For Softball 360 coming up.
When we return, from show bombs to hometown and family, just part of the story with Team Easton. But first, It's top 5 time. Who are the top 5 sports heroes of the Sluggers on the ASA Stadium Power Tour?
Top 5 sports heroes are, let me think a minute.
Top 5 sports heroes.
Top 5 sports heroes. Michael Jordan, Derek Jeter.
Oh man.
Jordan, Michael Jordan.
You say, we ain't talking about hero sandwiches, are we?
Number 1 would probably be Ken Griffey Jr.
Mickey Mantle, Ted Williams, Babe Ruth. Oh man.
Michael Jordan for one.
I don't have any.
Babe Ruth.
Dale Murphy.
Mickey Mantle.
Ken Griffey Jr.'s in there.
Dean Smith.
Man, Brett Favre.
Pete Rose.
Still a big Pete Rose fan.
I was a huge fan of David Justice growing up. I don't know why, but I really love David Justice.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Brady, Tom Brady.
And Mickey Mantle.
I don't know, I'm drawing a blank, sorry.
That's probably it.
Are you looking to catch the ASA Long Haul Bombers on tour? Then check out the upcoming shows at MLB Parks. Here's where you can see them. Softball 360 is brought to you by ASA USA Softball, the national governing body of softball in the U.S. By Combat Sports, not all bats are created equal. By Evil Sports, the best softball on the planet is evil. evilsports.com. By bpathletics.com. For the best service and price, bpathletics.com. By softballcenter.com, the site for major softball news. And by officialgear.com, the one-stop shop for umpires and officials.
Welcome back to Softball 360. I'm Carly Applin. We like to get up close with the world's greatest softball home run hitters. Team Easton has been a pillar of the softball community. It all started with Brett the Hitman Helmer and extends to the dynamic duo of Wegman and Kirby.
Team Easton. The name alone stands for softball excellence. From the early days of the Stadium Power Tour, Easton was led by the legend, Brett the Hitman Helmer, who pretty much invented the term show bomb. Today, the softball slugging torch has been passed.
I'm Brian Wegman, and I swing Easton.
My name's Scott Kirby, I swing for Easton.
But what makes Team Easton tight is the concept of teamwork.
Home run champion is a cool title, but when it comes down to it, we're asked to do a job for Easton, and so the Manufacturers Cup is what it's about.
Wegs is Mr. Ohio softball. He grew up and lives in the Buckeye State. His family has deep roots in the local sports scene. And Wegs even owns this awesome softball complex that's pretty much his backyard. Last year at the home of the Reds, Wegs won the epic Battle of Ohio Home Run Derby. Yes, sir, Wegs and Flip Philby went toe-to-toe, blow-to-blow, and it all came down to the last pitch.
The whole hometown thing, it is nerve-wracking. That is the ultimate adrenaline pump when it comes to the Bomber Tour.
Teammate Curbs has been an Easton guy his entire career. This season, Curbs is swinging his own bat, a special Scott Kirby edition.
It's an honor for me to have my name on a bat, man. I'll tell you, when Brett told me he was going to do it, I couldn't believe it. So really excited this year.
When it comes to swinging, Kirby knows his sluggers. He played 6 seasons with the Milwaukee Brewers.
This is McGuire, right?
There's Mark McGuire.
Wasn't that it?
Darryl Strawberry.
Prince Fielder toe taps right. He comes in and then kind of does something like that. Just something.
Ichiro Suzuki.
Like this, right? And then
Ken Griffey. And Mr. October, Reggie Jackson.
About it, huh?
While slugging homers may define him, it's family that means the most. Curbs finds time to take his wife and kids on the road. When he has to be away, he stays connected. Moments before the season opener in Dallas, Curbs was on the phone with his son Vance, getting the latest news from Little League.
Also, he called it.
Then on the field, back to work, slugging softballs and show bombs. Team Easton, there is a difference.
That's what you can expect from Team Easton, and we may have seen a look at the next generation of Team Easton. Little Curbs has a good swing for a little leaguer. That's all the time we have for you. For all things softball, we are live at softball360.com, and check us out on Facebook and Twitter. I'm Carly Applin, and as I like to say, get out to the park and play.
Next week on Softball 360, Venus Taylor reports from the Women's College World Series in Oklahoma City. And we'll have all the freshly squeezed action from the Juice Box, Minute Maid Park, home of the Houston Astros. And on this day, the world's greatest softball home run hitters. All next week on Softball 360, presented by the ASA.